But don't get it twisted, still clocking big digits.
It's Week 16 of the National Football League, and we'll see Sterling Shepard. He got plenty of looks a week ago and turned in almost 160 yards. It's the Giants and the Eagles, all that and more, coming up next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Well, straight ahead, we've got a rematch for last year's NFC Divisional Round 10, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and a Merry Christmas to everyone out there watching. Thanks for joining us on this special day. Partner, Merry Christmas to you, and what an afternoon of football we should have in store here. Two great rivals in the NFC East doing battle here in Week 16.
And how many times have they gotten together and big stakes were out there for either team? I remember way back when Philadelphia had to beat the Giants twice and ended up going on and winning an NFL championship that season.
It's the second of three on this Christmas day with the Giants and Eagles, and off we go in Philadelphia. And the Giants ready to go now on offense, and under center is the man in possession of a new contract for 2023 and beyond. In his fifth season now, Daniel Jones.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants, but his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete here to Waller. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A check on the numbers a week ago for Waller. 7 catches, 62 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. You look at this Eagle defense.
Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need...
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes and MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football.
And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over here up near the 40. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
Sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week.
There he goes, right side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 62 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Throwing Jones. That's caught. It's Waller. Touchdown Giants. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs, so a good start, but a long way to go. And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all of this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you've got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game. Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Hey, let's go.
Again, it's Penny. Gets past one man, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Hurts on the option right. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. That's caught. It's Dan up. But I think the ball's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there. You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw. Steps away. And he's got it. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
No touch, sir. No touch.
Penny. Going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 5-yard line.
Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Dan Arnold, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up. Elliott got on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Jones throw here into the hands of Jones. Julio Jones all alone. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 45 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Second down, here's Barkley again. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 3 yards all they can muster there, and it'll bring in 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Gano's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep. Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Philly. 57 yards.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. They set up the screen to Penny. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his pass incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete as well. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down. Now Jake Elliott, earlier in his career, he beat these Giants with a 61-yarder. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will knot us up at 10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And now out come the Giants. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take over here up near the 40. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. Now a 2nd and 10. Now Jones. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Back to throw. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going deep for Brown, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
This to Arnold on the short pass. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On first down, Hurts. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
He's going deep for Brown. That is incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago, and they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we're off to check out another game, and you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference. Both these teams making their final halftime adjustments. We're just about ready to get back to football. So for the call of the second half, we get back up to Philadelphia and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the score. And now off to the races, down the right side. Boston Scott, he's inside the 20. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Eagles.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. Because special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and he able to use it effectively.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Throwing to start the drive. Jones, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Throwing on second and long. Jones. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. Robinson will try to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. Here's Jamie Gillendown as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. On the return is Ward. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. To about the 35, second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. He'll get 9 yards on the keeper there, but it's still going to leave him with a 3rd and 1. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. They keep it with Penny on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made
touchdown, Philadelphia. Kenneth Gainwell, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The New York set to take the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's Robinson again on second down.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter.
Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
We are off to the fourth quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Giants with possession of the football, but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Able to find Gray here. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 9 at the 48-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Wide open receiver, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Jones fakes the give to Barkley.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Slot man moves right.
Oh, here's a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Robinson.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now it's Penny running right. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, You can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Great.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. The Eagles send out their punter now. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. So now Jones and the Giants down by 2 touchdowns. 1:52 to play. They're going to need a Christmas miracle to pull this one out as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Now 2nd and 4. To throw is Jones. Here's a screen for Robinson.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Now 1st and goal. Here's Jones.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jordan Poyer.
And the Eagles will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They'll start with the option.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll try and run some clock here with Penny. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Miami.
They'll drop to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Now Jones.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Towards the end zone for Brown. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And when real estate people tell us all the time, it's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.